Scream 7 has had one of the most chaotic productions in horror movie history. Is that going to affect the movie? Let's find out today. Hey everyone, my name's Jacob and welcome back to MNM Movies, the channel where we do movie reactions and reviews. And today we're going to do a little insight into my thoughts and expectations for the upcoming Scream 7 movie. We're 7 movies in at this point. 7. And Scream is actually one of those franchises that have delivered on most of its movies. In fact, the worst one is Scream 3, in my opinion, and that is still a good movie. Yes, there's problems, but there isn't really a bad movie in the Scream franchise, which is kind of unheard of in the horror genre where lots of terrible movies exist. Let's be real, especially the sequels. Look at The Conjuring. You have a lot of slop. But Scream doesn't really fall into that category. Obviously, the first one is the best. Scream 1, it probably is up there with my favorites for horror movies of all time. It's just a very self-aware movie. A lot of the Scream movies are, but this one especially, at the time, knew it was, kind of reinventing that slasher genre while having that self-aware edge where it kind of is part of the joke as well. And it's even funny if you think about Scary Movie is a parody of a genre. The franchise has evolved over time from the self-aware simplicity of the original Scream movie to being more of a whodunit. And while I didn't hate Scream 6, I did feel it was a step down and probably the worst one since the third movie. While having the brutal kills in Scream 6 are great, but I wasn't that crazy about the reveal, I guess. So we aren't on the strongest foot, but not on a bad foot by any means either. So Scream 7 definitely has a lot of anticipation as, one of the biggest horror movies that will come out this year. Now, unfortunately, we've had lots of production drama here. So essentially there was some political tension between Melissa Barrera and posting things online. And look, I'm not going to get into any of that today, but basically there's been a whole shake up. Half the cast have left. They ended up bringing Neve Campbell back. What does she have to do at this point in the franchise? So it's really difficult to gauge where the studio is at. Is it gonna mess up from this? Yes, it's mostly casting drama, not necessarily gonna be the story, but this could hurt its chances. Let's be real. Now for this one, we just need a stronger motive for Ghostface. Not just that they are the family members of someone and someone and someone, because we've had that too many times now. I want a strong motivation for why Ghostface becomes Ghostface, and we don't need 4 Ghostfaces. Please don't do it, please. And I want this one to be a bit less gimmicky. And yes, we can bring back the self-awareness that Scream has done, but maybe it might just be good as a solid screamer, Can we just kill off Sidney Prescott already? I think maybe it's time for her to go, and it might be teasing that way. I just think someone needs to die. You can't just keep bringing them back. So Kevin Williamson is actually the one directing this, so he was the writer behind a lot of the other films, but he wasn't necessarily the director, so we're gonna see how he goes with this one. So there is some promise there, but I don't know. Maybe it would have been good to bring in a Mike Flanagan. I don't know. Now, I am very worried that they're going to do something really stupid here. They haven't really in the past, but can we please not bring back a dead Scream character? Please. Mate, if they bring back Stewie, it is over. It is over. Please don't make the mistake, because he is dead. He is dead. So please do not. So yes, I'm very hyped for this movie. I'm gonna give it an excitement score of probably 7. Even though there's some controversy, a lot of controversy between the cast and the original director and everyone on scene apparently. I do have confidence they're still going to pull it off. They are it's a reliable franchise at the end of the day, so it would be pretty difficult to stuff it up. Although 7 movies in, maybe it could be very well. So yeah, that's sort of my gauge for Scream 7. Is it going to be great? Let me know in the comments down below. Or is it going to be terrible? Are they going to stuff it up and have the worst movie in the franchise and actually a bad movie? I don't know. That's why we're here. Tune in. I'll be doing my reaction and my review at the end of this weekend. So stay keen. I'll see you guys in the next one.